Traders at UBA expect money market rates to remain elevated on the probability of persistent suppressed system liquidity. Meanwhile, investors await the outcome of today's 166 billion Naira Treasury bills auction. Chuka Nwachukwu, head of ALM and balance sheet management at UBA, joins me now for more market movements. Chuka, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Esther.
Well, let's start with that primary market auction today, 166 billion. If the results, just walk us through subscription rates and subscription levels and stop rates. Otherwise, talk to us about what market expectations are.
Okay, like you rightly mentioned, we have a PMA auction. 166 billion is on offer across the three maturities. The last auction results came out 20.68. That's about 18 basis points upward movement from the previous auction. So what we expect today is to see within that range, probably around 20.45. I think that they will drop. CBN will drop the rate a little. This is in line with what the feelers we are getting, that interest rate will start dropping. So I believe that the rate will drop within around maybe like 25 basis points from where it closed at the last auction.
Right. All right. Bring us up to speed on how the market has traded so far today.
So let me start with the system liquidity, because it's the key driver of what is happening. So the system has been in deficit of about between 1.2 to 1.4 trillion. And so that has brought in a lot of bearish sentiment in the fixed income market, especially on the bond side and then the T-bill side. So today, like the auction, normal auction day, the market is pretty quiet. But we expect results to be out in the next 2 or 3 hours. And after that, that will chart a new course for the what will happen in the rest of the week.
Right. How much action are we seeing at the corporate bond market, and how are these lower rates impacting corporates? Well,
the corporate bond market is not as liquid as the NGM bond market, so there hasn't been much activity at that end. Most investors see favors the NGM market. For example, the last auction result, 2033. Came out around the 21% levels, and so that's quite attractive for any investor. So there hasn't been much preference. I think the preference has always been on the NGM bond for now.
Right. Let's talk about. Let's quickly move to the FX market. The Naira is still trading. Well, the last data won around 1,532, I believe. But talk to us about what you've seen today at the market movement and the trading band for the Naira versus the dollar so far today.
So there's been a little bit of depreciation starting from last week to today. So like you rightly mentioned, it's trading around the 1,532 levels. However, CBN intervened today, and so we expect to see a little bit of appreciation because obviously some of these demands will be met, based on the CBN activity and intervention.
Talk to us about these interventions. How often have they been in the last couple of weeks?
It's not been so often, sometimes once a week, maybe twice a week. But the most important thing is that they are intervening, and they are showing that they have the capacity, to meet some of the demands. And that's the key thing for us. As a trader, you trade sentiment, and so once the sentiment that CBN will intervene, obviously that news will make rates drop.
All right, then we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Chuka. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. Chuka Nwachukwu, head of ALM and balance sheet management at UBA.